Hi folks, my name's John from the Gorman Thong 1 channel on YouTube. Now we're having a change from my usual rant. I'm going to talk about the pentagon and the hexagon. There's a big day coming, a huge day. The pentagon and the hexagon these symbols have been used for thousands of years and are abundant throughout nature. Well, let's take a look at what's going on in our skies. Venus, the pentagon. Mercury, the hexagon. Well, why, some of you may ask. Just as a byline, represents Friday, Venus, and Mercury represents Wednesday. Now, what we got, why it represents the pentagon. Basically, if you imagine this green line going round there is the Earth's orbit around the Sun. The Sun in the middle, Earth's orbit, going round in a clockwise direction. And the red line is Venus's orbit, again, going around in the same direction. Well, as you know, the Earth circles the Sun in roughly 365 days, and Venus circles the Sun in 224.7, I think. So what you end up with is a sequence basically of transits. So when it transits, a transit is when the Earth, Venus and the Sun are in alignment. Now the event what's happening on June the 5th and 6th only happens round about every couple of hundred years. It happens twice. Now the first time for a couple of hundred years was 2004. So if you imagine again the Earth in its orbit going that way, Venus, the alignment 2004. Now every time it transits, the only time it meets on a transit is basically 2004, 2006, 2007, and so on, 2009, 2010, back to the one we're having in shortly, 2012. Now, if you can see, it draws in this alignment a perfect pentagram, the same way anyone would draw a pentagram, I would guess, which is pretty much like that. If anyone draws it different from that, pretty strange. Let's just leave it at that one. So yeah, so you could say, looking at this pentagram takes roughly 8 years to draw in these alignments, 8 years. So you could say, why is it an event which is only occurring a couple of times in every 200 years? Well, the reason is if you imagine, probably the easiest way to show you is if you imagine that as a plate, and this is the orbit of the Earth going round the Sun, and then the Venus going around the Sun. Well, the orbit line isn't perfect with the Sun in the middle. So for the Earth, Venus and the Sun to align so you can see the Venus crossing the face of the Sun, which is the event what's happening shortly, it has to be smack on alignment passing the front of the Sun. So, where are we? If you imagine, let's draw the Sun. So this, what you actually have, if you imagine Earth's out here, just to explain it to people who don't quite understand the principle, Earth being out here and Venus coming in through. Now as that alignment occurs, sometimes it's out of kilt. But on this occasion, for the first time, well the second time as you see in 200 years, what you end up seeing, what you can actually see if you look at the Sun, now obviously to do this you need a welder's hat or something similar, and looking at the Sun at sunrise or sunset generally is the best. And the time for this is, as you can see, on the 5th and the 6th. Now the time differs to what country you're in, so I won't actually run through the times because you know, obviously it differs throughout the globe. But what you actually have is Venus entering from here, coming across the top here, and coming out like that. So basically that's the type of pattern you've got. So obviously, if you look at it, you'll see it as it crosses the face of the sun. Now, as I say, it's big event, Venus. Goddess of love, good time to propose, pop them questions. Well, I hope you understand. I hope I made it reasonably clear. Obviously, Mercury, once again, this shape, as you know, this shape, the pentagram, the hexagram. Now, Mercury draws that shape in its orbit. As it as it transits the sun and the earth, that's what you get. Amazing. To me, truly amazing. So all I can say is stay safe, take care, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Please visit my channel, subscribe if you like it, and I'd also like to say thanks very much for the messages. Thanks a lot for the support. It's really important and it's really great. Thanks a lot.